All right, hi guys, it's Ishita. Welcome to today's video on how to manage your energy, which is, quite frankly, my favorite topic. If I'm not talking about energy in a video, something's wrong, okay? It's my most favorite topic. Here's why. And I have my notes over here because I need them, because today's video is going to be a little bit of a longer video because this is in a lead up to the masterclass that is happening next Wednesday, April 18th. We're going to talk about energy, we're going to talk about time management, and money management, the three biggest currencies. Wow, I have alien hands. The three biggest currencies of your life. I'm going to tell you how, number one, how I manage them because they're the most important. Without time, money, and energy, it's very hard to do the work that you want to do in the world. It's very hard to sustain things. It's very hard to just do things powerfully and feeling ownership of your life. So those are by far the three most important currencies, and they lead to other currencies like joy and vitality, but it has to start with your energy. So that's what today's post is on, is how to manage your energy. And let me tell you why. First and foremost, I had to learn how to pay attention to my energy because I wasn't. There was a time in my life for many years where I wasn't living in a way where it occurred to me. Ever since I was an adolescent and like a teenager and in college, post-college, I knew it was important, but I didn't know how to manage it, why I needed to manage it. I sort of just felt like my life wasn't working. And then it didn't feel good. And then when I became an adult, it became very clear when I was managing my energy and when I wasn't. Because when I wasn't managing it, I would feel extremely stressed out. I would feel worried all of the time. I would feel weak. I learned the hard way. I really do learn the hard way, which has changed in the last, I would say, 2 years. Well, I would say last 1 year, let's be honest. And sometimes I'm still fighting that urge to listen to the whispers as opposed to listening to the baseball bat. But if there's one thing I've learned, it is that managing my energy is crucial. And now I really do pay attention to the whispers and the small signals. So yeah, I would say in 2013, I was really burned out. I had been working really hard, but I burned myself out. I had like extreme adrenal fatigue, which when I told my friends, they were like, whatever, adrenal fatigue. Went to the doctor, it was extreme adrenal fatigue. Like I was just pumping all the resources in my body out, and it was not sustainable for me. And I was extremely stressed, and I got pretty sick, actually. Feeling tired all the time. It was consuming me. I remember I would talk to my siblings who both lived in New York, and we would try to hang out, and they were like, you need to stop saying you're tired or fix it. And that was a real reminder to me that something needed to shift. One of the bigger things, and I'll tell you, all of this like burnout, working hard, feeling tired, feeling weak, it leads to not only lethargy, but like numbing out of your life. And I definitely numbed out. And the biggest thing was I felt like a failure because I couldn't quite figure out, I was working so hard, I had great mentors, I was implementing all this great strategy and certain things were working, but it didn't fucking feel good. It felt like shit. I felt exhausted, I felt awful, I felt like if this is how it feels or supposed to feel, I'm done with it. I just couldn't figure it out. Okay, cut to the opposite of that, which is feeling clear. And well, there was many steps in between, okay, which I'll share with you today. The steps in between is what our post is going to be on and what this masterclass is going to be on. But cut to when I understood how to manage my energy, which was learning how to set boundaries, controlling my own chi energy, controlling my time, really understanding how to use it in my life. And life started to feel better. I'm not going to say life is easy because every time you raise your vibration, problems increase. It's not like you don't have problems in life. So it wasn't just like a walk in the park, but things started to flow. I felt like that, like I could breathe, like I had energy to sustain myself and my business, and I had energy to go out and to be with, people who nourished me, and everything just felt better. So let me see. Yeah, I say here I have enthusiasm for my life. My baseline is enthusiastic. I'm playful. I'm lighthearted. When I'm feeling impatient or angry or upset or frazzled. It's because I haven't managed my energy. So life started to really improve. When your life improves and you start to feel more joyful, automatically your business results improve. They are very, very directly correlated. And now energy is the foundation. Okay, so let me just read something to make sure I'm getting it all. Yeah, self-care is the wrong word for it. Managing my energy it's crucial. It's the foundation of every business and relationship decision that I make. Whether I say yes to an invitation, whether I say yes to a business collaboration, new strategy, the energy, I have to be resourced, and the energy about that thing has to feel right. So energy is huge. Okay, so let me get into it quickly. The masterclass information is down below. I'm going to link it in this video, and I'm going to put it, and it's in the post. So go there. We're going to run for probably 2.5 hours, because it's going to take that much amount of time for me to explain and then train. So sign up there and on managing your time, energy, and money. I don't mess around. It's like I'm just going to teach you the things that have helped me the most. I'm going to invite you to a program that I'm running called the 16 Keys. I always forget the name. It's called 16 Keys for Life and Business Success. Yeah. And it's the rest of the year. It's an 8-month program specifically dedicated to teaching you each one of the keys that I'm going to teach in the masterclass. And there's 13 more, because there's only 3 in the masterclass: time, money, and energy. Okay, so sign up for that. It's totally free. It's going to be really useful. And that's next week, April 18th. Okay, so the definitions of energy: the strength and vitality required for sustained physical or mental activity. Obvi. Number 2, a person's physical and mental powers typically applied to a task or activity. Number 3, one of my favorites: power derived from the utilization of physical or chemical resources, especially to work machines or as the capacity to perform work. All of these things are outcome related, but they utilize energy in the process of getting a certain outcome. New York City, welcome to the noise pollution. What up? They all lead to an outcome. Right? So you're living a life, and yes, you need energy to do the basics of just getting up in the morning and opening a doorknob and drinking a cup of milk or anything. You need energy for that. Your body is always using energy. But also, why is energy required? Well, for me, it's important because there's a certain level of energy that's required to walk a path that I am creating for myself. That requires enormous effort and thought and intention behind it. What I choose to work on in a day, what I choose to say no to. So if you're an entrepreneur, if you're building your business, you need to know it requires an enormous amount of energy. You probably already know that. I'm not fucking around, right? You get that. Choosing the things that I want, which is freedom of time and money, of the projects that I want to work on, of traveling, of spending time with family and friends whenever I want to, of giving, of having money and wealth to create and also to sustain my business, but also to give, family, friends, causes, people, art that I am in love with. All of that takes intention, and that takes a directed amount of energy to those things. So this isn't just how to manage your energy for energy's sake. In order to have and create really the life that you want, it is going to require an enormous amount of energy. So if you're tired, if you're weak, if you're not having enough energy to do the work that you want, I know that's when I feel the most shitty, because I'm not creating, because I'm not going in the direction of achieving the outcome that I want for my life, not what someone else wants for my life. If I was to just go become a doctor and use a system, that would be fine, but that's not what I'm interested in. That I don't know if that would take as much energy for me personally as it does to create my own path. So that's why energy management is specifically important for if you're building your own path and carving your own path. Any endeavor that you want to see success in, any healing or growth or transition that you're going to, also requires an enormous amount of energy. It just does. To grow and to build and to heal at the same time is hard. Those are two different things, and they require a lot of energy. So, I could talk about this. I literally could talk to you about energy, and I do in the program and in the masterclass for a long time. These are the reasons why you need it. Okay, let's get into how to manage your energy. So, number one, how to manage your energy is to know your baseline. Do you even know what your baseline is to manage your energy? So, my baseline, I know it, is energetic, enthusiastic, not like a lump on a log. If I'm interacting with you and I'm at a party, I want to engage. I want to contribute. I want to be lively. I want my presence to make some kind of a difference there, not just to like exist and be there. I hate existing in life, whether I'm walking down the street or doing something. Same thing is true of business. You want to be contributing. You want to be active in your thought process. That requires energy, and that's my baseline. So I know if I'm off in that, if I'm super lethargic, feeling weak, feeling sad, feeling hopeless, like that is not my baseline. Something is off. So just know your baseline right now. In fact, take a minute to write down what you think your baseline is. Are you energetic by nature? Are you enthusiastic by nature? Are you playful by nature? That doesn't mean if you're not those things, it's bad. It's just to know where your baseline is. I am also super introverted. So a lot of times I get my energy from being introverted and spending a lot of time alone and quiet, thus able to go into the spaces and be social and have more energy for that. Okay? So know what your baseline is, and also know what activities you're doing that's sucking your energy away. So I used to think that sitting at home and like Netflixing or watching TV or something was an activity that rested me because I was alone. It's the opposite. When I watch TV or I'm browsing the internet, it actually sucks my energy. So I had to realize that doing that, even though it was a solo activity, wasn't adding to my energy, was actually detracting from it. Even specific TV shows detract from my energy. It's way different if I'm watching like a Planet Earth or, I mean, even like some YouTube stuff. It's very different than if I'm watching like the Kardashians, which, by the way, I don't mind. I like the Kardashians. I'll watch it every now and again, but I know when I watch it, I'm intentional about when and how I watch it because it sucks the freaking living daylights out of me, okay? So know what your baseline is, know what activities contribute to you feeling less than your baseline and contribute to feeling more than your baseline. Number 2, look at what's currently zapping your energy and power. This is important. A lot of your potential energy right now is dammed up, locked up behind these walls, behind these dams of hard conversations you need to have, of something that's like as simple as there's a cockroach, there's a dead cockroach, I'll give you the example, that's sitting over there in the corner. First one of winter, first mother effing cockroach of spring, he's sitting right there, it's been 2 days. I can't bring myself to pick it up because I'm ridiculous. So after this video, because I practice what I preach, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna pick it up, okay? Because I've been thinking about it. I go to sleep and I'm like, I know he's there. It takes away energy, okay? So it's silly. You have to have some hard conversations. I know it's gonna be hard to have them. Write it down on a piece of paper. Take this action, write it down on a piece of paper. What's sucking the living daylights out of you and how you're going to address it. You're gonna have to create an action plan for how to do these, and we'll get into that later, but first and foremost, write out what's taking away from your energy. What emotional problems are you not taking care of? Number 2, if you're in codependent relationships, which I have been in my entire life, my entire family is codependent. It's like we grew up steeped in codependency. As an adult, I've been unlearning codependent behaviors and learning healthy ways of interacting with family and friends. So whatever codependent dynamics you have going on with someone where you're over-giving, you're over-helping, you're not setting boundaries, people are demanding too much of you, you're not saying no, I want you to take a look at that and write out what codependent behaviors are sucking away your energy right now. Because those will need to be managed. Another thing that will need to be managed is if you're going through trauma. I went through some pretty traumatic stuff with my family this last couple years, and I found that no matter how hard I pushed, something just wasn't aligned with my emotional state. Like I exerted so much effort in a lot of business endeavors, and they didn't manifest because I was pushing Like just from surface level, I was just pushing my body, I was pushing my mind, but I was freaking exhausted. My emotions, my heart, my poor little sweet heart was just exhausted. So no, if you're going through trauma, if you're grieving, if you're going through some kind of transition, you need to manage that somehow. Take the time to manage that because it's sucking away your energy. Next thing, realize where you're giving away your energy every day in big and small ways. I'll tell you some small ways. I smile. I'm by nature very friendly and very open, but I've had to learn to close in my energy a little bit when I'm walking down the streets of New York. Because on any given day, multiple times a day, baby this, hey mama this, it's exhausting, okay? And I also smile at people, and it's not like I'm not friendly, but I've had to learn to stop. I'm not going to stop and smile and engage in this homeless guy that's going to try, it's just, I've had to, and I'm not saying you don't engage with homeless people. I engage with them all the time. It's just a matter of what instances are you going to give away your energy? Because I'll tell you one thing, if I'm walking to my office, that 15-minute walk, I am in the zone. I am listening to my affirmations. I am psyching myself up I'm talking to myself positively. I am doing an activity to prepare myself mentally and emotionally for what I'm about to get into the zone for. You better believe that on one of those days, which I try to make happen every day, but some days are more relaxed, I won't even talk to you. Someone will ask me for help and I'm like, zip, not even going to make eye contact with you. It's just the way of the game. You can't, if you're constantly giving away your energy, you're just not going to have enough. That's why I don't take phone calls before noon or 1 p.m. any day. No day does that happen unless it's a super emergency. Yeah, exactly. And even family and friends, unless it's a super emergency, I'm answering no calls. No one else is going to get my precious morning time and energy except myself and my most important creative work. Lastly, look at your environment and see, does your environment make you feel like shit? Does this phone charger over here, the clutter over here, this, your environment is going to detract energy. When I first moved into my Murray Hill apartment, the studio, it was great. For the first 2 years, because of the emotional state that I was in, where I was in my business, everything was great. The apartment supported me. The last 2 years, living in that apartment made me feel small. It made me want to die. It made me I looked at my bed and my little gross little window with the bars on it, and I was just like, wow, all I want to do is get into bed and sleep. It has that effect on you. Trust and believe that your environment has a super big impact on your energy and your productivity. Number 3, okay, so the first strategy was learn where your baseline is for your energy. Number 2 was figure out the situations, codependency, emotional conversations you need to have, and where you're giving away your power and what's zapping your energy. God, I'm long-winded. Number 3 are work strategies. Like me not saying hello and smiling at everyone on the streets while I'm walking to my office, you have to learn how to not have decision fatigue, okay? So decision fatigue is something that in business, in any professional, in any endeavor, if you make too many decisions require energy. That's why successful people eat the same lunch every day. I know a lot of successful people that wear the same outfit every day. I used to spend a lot of time figuring out what I was going to wear, doing my makeup, figuring out what I was going to eat for breakfast. All of that is streamlined. Okay, I have a routine where I do my makeup very quickly, if at all, on certain days. I know when I'm going to be filming videos. Those are the days that I think a little bit more about my outfits and this and that. And my breakfast is standard every day. Anyway, we won't get into the details. God, I just want to share everything with you. And I have streamlined like what I'm eating. I eat 2 main things for lunch or dinner any given day until I get very bored. Okay, so decision fatigued. The last one I'm going to give you right now is this one, which is managing your diet, fitness, and sleep. I will tell you, I didn't understand this until late last year. I did not understand the impact of my diet. I know it sounds stupid. Everyone should know that a baseline of diet, fitness, sleep helps you. I get it, but I didn't really get it until late last year when I had no energy reserves because of what I was going through with my family. I had to do a full revamp of what the fuck it meant to sleep properly, to eat properly, to exercise every day. And for the last 6 months, those are things that I've actively worked on. Now I know my baseline is if I'm not exercising 3 to 4 times a week minimum, just for 30, 35 minutes, I feel like a bus has hit me. There are days where I come home at 7:30 and I crash on my couch. I mean, that's what used to happen. No longer do those happen unless I'm not following what I know leads to my well-being and energy, okay? So, diet. I've been off sugar for the last 30 days. Wow. That's a whole month's worth of teaching in and of itself. It's made a really big difference. And sleeping. There's no better productivity tool for me than getting a full 7 to 8 hours. I am a different woman. I am a different leader. I am a different person running my business. It's just the truth. Okay? So, look at where you are in all 3 of those categories. Diet, fitness, and sleep. Take stock of that. These are just the first 4 things with energy. I have 10 more things. I'm going to talk to you about it in the masterclass, and this is what I teach in our 16 keys. You know, YouTube even limits you at like 15 minutes. I am going to be doing like masterclasses on this stuff, and I'm going to be teaching it in depth. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to summarize for you. Number 1, look at where your baseline is of your energy. Take note, pay attention. Number 2, where are you giving your power away? Write out those places. The conversations you need to have that are going to be hard. The places you're giving away your power. The things in your environment or in your day that suck your energy, like your office or your shitty apartment. I don't know. Number 4, look at where your diet, fitness, and sleep are contributing to your energy, or more likely, detracting from it and fucking it up. Excuse my French in all of this. Okay, so that's that for this video. It is a long one, but you know what? I have a lot to share about this. I'm not going to feel guilty anymore about making long videos. I'm going to give you guys the information that's need to know, and I will expand on it in this masterclass. The masterclass is next Wednesday, almost a week from today. Wednesday, April 18th. It's free. It's going to be 2 hours, maybe some more. Sign up for it. We're going to talk about money, energy, and time, your 3 most important currencies. I'm going to share with you literally all the things that have made the biggest impact for me that I wish I would have learned 10 years ago or even 15 years ago when I was post-college. It would have really, really helped me to learn how to direct and use this stuff for successful results, to feel clear, to feel confident about myself and not feel like I was the one screwing stuff up or I was the failure. There's certain laws and fundamental ways of operating that help you. Okay? So, sign up for the masterclass. I'm just seeing if I'm forgetting anything else. I'm not. Thank you guys for watching. If this has been interesting to you so far, that means energy management is something's up for you, okay? You look at it, pay attention. So, like this video if you liked it. Don't do a thumbs down. Like this video if you liked it. Share it with people. If you have friends, family, coworkers, colleagues who also need to look at their time, energy, money, send them to the masterclass page. I'm going to link it below, okay? Thanks, guys, for watching. I'll see you in the next video, which is all about managing your money. It's a good one. All right, talk to you soon. Bye. Woo. Oops.